Yo, what's going on, you guys? Today I have a Batzz Thunder Empire deck profile for you guys. I do not think that this is a perfect deck to compete in the meta. It just it caters to the needs of my personal area where I play, which is Hawaii. In Maui, we have a small community where the main people I play against have Hero, Legend World, Budget Zodiac, and Athora. Not much Neo's Y, not much of the other rush decks. I haven't gotten a chance to play against bots with bots, so I don't know how that feels. I've never played Oni Assassin, so this deck hasn't been well matured in that sense. But if you're looking for just what I'm playing and what's been working for me, because this deck very, very, very rarely loses, even against great matchups like Athora. Zodiac's still very good. Legend World, Thunder Knights, just anything like that. This is my deck profile. So obviously we have a Demon Lord Dragon bot as our buddy. I have the the glossy promo card from the first ever promo set of the game. Then also have a life counter, of course, Thunder Knights. All right. First off, we got Bearer of Sin bots. We run him at 1. I side deck 3 more copies of him in case I'm playing against a deck with a lot of card removal, such as my Abigail deck, for example. But because there's not much to worry about right now, I keep him at 1 because this deck is very good at recycling bots and getting him back from the drop zone, even if they end up in the gauge. So I'm usually fine with charging him. I don't use him that much. Then we have, of course, 4 of our buddy monster Demon Lord Dragon bots. This card is very, very, very good. Between this and Unyielding Rampage, I'd say that Unyielding Rampage comes more handy in my specific circumstances. Against any standard match, though, this is the guy I always want to have up top because he's really, really good. He has a standard triple attack. He doesn't need to rely on destroying monsters. He has double attack normally, and he gets a plus 3k boost, which paired up with any of your items is going to have a huge stat boost that's able to run over walls real quick. And just this guy's proving for really, really, really strong attacks. Moving on, we have 3 copies of Unyielding Rampage Dragon bots. This is the board wiper that you have. This deck actually has a few board wipes, which is really funny and really piss off your opponent. This card is a pay 1 gauge. What it does pretty much is every time it destroys a monster, restand it. And if you're at 4 life or less, the attack cannot be nullified if it's attacking on its own. Of course, if you do have a counter method of destroying your own card before, it will stop this, which is why this card is not the best thing to have out early game. It's usually a last chance, and then you save cards in your hand to just restand your bots and just keep on going until you just annihilate them. Also, something really nice to notice, this card has a critical of 3 off its base, so if you perhaps want to use bots SD or something to boost its critical, you're going to be swinging for 4, which is really, really useful. Then we run 2 copies of Famed Warfare Deviser Fanning. Do I want to run more of this guy? Probably. I side deck 2 extra of them against certain matchups such as Zodiac and Magic World, because Magic World likes to return bots to the hand, and Fanning says no to that. Also, come on, think about this. He's a 1 with a 3 critical. Right off the bat, just calling him out to the field, swinging for 3, that's already going to put a huge dent in their life points, and this deck needs to get them to at least 5 life, and if you can make that, that's it. GG. Then we run 3 Replenisher Pentar. Why not 4? Because why not? This deck is really good on its own. The draw power is insane, and I don't find myself at a lack of Pentars. I really don't. Besides, this Thunder Empire has a lot of really great cards that you need to take advantage of, and so by just going back to the base cards that it was before, you're not taking advantage of everything, and I really think that this deck has so many more possibilities that you can explore with it, especially with Misfiring Demon Globes. This is a 4 of from BT01, XBT01, and pretty much when you have it out on the field, like you call it to the field, and then you call another Thunder Empire card, and then due to his skill you get to charge 1 and draw 1, and then usually if you have an item on your field, Pentar lets you get another draw, so you're pretty much drawing 2 and charging 1 just by calling units, which is really, really funny. Then I play one of bots SD. Just the reason, I have 2 reasons I run it at 1. One, because I already have a high number of size 1s, and this deck does have a lot of spell cards. Not gonna lie, it has a lot of spell cards. But if I do find another one, I will probably add it in because just for the cost of 2 gauge when it's out on the field, take a Batzz from your drop zone, give it plus 3k and a crit. Very, very, very good. Then we run 6 items. We run 4 copies of Arc Dragon Sword and 2 copies of Demon Lord Sword Drago Royale. So Arc Dragon Sword is really good. You pay 1 gauge and it gives all Thunder Empire monsters plus 2k continuously power. And when this card on your field cannot be destroyed by your opponent's card effects, which is really good against cards that are known for board wiping. This card stays on your field, meaning you get to access more plays with Pentar and such. Not to mention, Demon Lord Sword Dragon Royale is very good. Right now I only have 2 of him, but I don't think I'd be running any more since it is vulnerable to item removal spells. However, I do think it's very, very useful because it can run over walls that Athora might set up, that Zwei might set up, any huge wall that might be in the way. Drago Royale just puts a huge hole in it. Plus, it gets double attack at 4 life or less, which is really, really good. For our Dragon Shields, because Dragon World Dragon Shields, one can't go without the other. We have 2 copies of green, 4 copies of Arc, and then 4 copies of blue. The reason why I put only 2 copies of green instead of running a higher shield count is because this deck tends to be really, really defensive when it shouldn't be. And I end up not getting down to 4 life until my opponent already has enough of a formation to take me down. So what we got to do is just remove the green dragon shield count to 2. It is good at a lifesaver because you don't want to be hit with an impact. But I run it at 2 because I'd much rather be able to keep on thinning my deck with Arc Dragon Shield, or just keep on fueling the gauge for more restand plays with bots with Blue Dragon Shield. Also, let's just talk about this real quick. This card does not deserve to be $30 fucking, okay? Just between you and me, this card is not worth this promo. Sell it, okay? I have it because I was doing a friend a favor and I traded something for him. Okay, don't buy the $30 version. It's not worth it. Then we got one of In the Name of Thunder Empire. Thunder Empire, in the name of Thunder Empire, blah, 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 my bad. You pay 2 life, you choose 2 of your Thunder Empire monsters on the field, on your drop zone, and then you call them to the field by paying their call cost. Now, this card's really good if you do suffer a board wipe, or if you don't have anything on your field, or hardly have any cards in your hand. This card comes in so clutch, you get to reduce your life even more. Because like I said, this deck is pretty damn defensive, and In the Name of Thunder Empire just lets you hit yourself and then gain advantages off of that. That's pretty cool. Drago Succeed. I haven't seen many people be running this in this particular deck. I think that's stupid. This card is really, really good because usually you have bots on your field, and he's on your right side, you have a size 1 on your left, and you have an item in your center, like Gal Formation. But they don't like bots very much. So are you going to waste Dragon Shield and stuff on that when you could be saving your life points? Probably not. Instead, what's going to happen is you're going to save that because you probably have multiple copies of bots in your hand. So if you have another bot right here, just Drago Succeed it, gain 2 gauge, gain 2 life, you can take a full hit now, not have to worry about it while maintaining the cards in your hand. It's really, really good. Not to mention, this deck does get cluttered with the amount of monsters that you have just to make plays off of, like Globes, Pentar, Fanning. You want all 3 of those out, but you still need your bots. So I'll usually put Globes, Pentar, charge 1, draw an additional card, then then use Drago Succeed to kill the Pentar, and then I'll call bots. That way I'm getting advantages off it. I'm gaining 2 life and a gauge, which pretty much makes the bots call free. I'm sorry if you don't understand that. Just I'm trying to give you guys play ideas here. Then we run 4 copies of Bot X Link. This card is awesome when you attack 3 or more times in a turn, not counting link attacks. Look at the top 3 cards of your deck. Put 1 of them into your hand, put the rest into the gauge. This is just... Oh, X Tempest Buster be damned. Goddamn. Alright. Then we have 4 copies of Bots X again. This is a common in BTO2, XBTO2. You pay 1 gauge, restand a monster with bots in his name as a counter. This is great against Zodiac, great against the new Star Dragon World card, Crystallization Phenomenon or something, and Snake Gaze. It's very, very good, and just lets your bots restand for extra attacks, deal more damage. We run 2 copies of Thunder X Attract. If I do get my hands on more, I'll probably end up running more. and take out a few of the other items, because this card is pretty much an item. You pretty much pay 1 life to choose one of the 2 following things. You can either add a Thunder or Empire item from your deck and put it into your hand, or put a Dragon World Impact or monster from your drop zone into your hand, which is very, very, very useful. So if I do get my hands on 2 more without having to shell out too much money, because I am working on a lot of stuff right now, a lot of decks, then I'll probably add them in replacement for my Archdragon Sword. So there you go. And then I run 1 copy of Demon Lord's Roaring Dragon Blast, because this card is stupid. You pretty much destroy all monsters in your opponent's field, and for every card destroyed, you get to draw, which means if you're playing against a very, very size 1 heavy deck and they don't have any way of saving any monsters on their field, you're pretty much paying 2 gauge to draw 3 and clear out Soul Guard on almost every card and just clear out their board. It's amazing. It's amazing. And last but not least, we have our impacts 4 copies of Thunderlands X Tempest Buster. This card is disgustingly awesome. You just have to have 3 gauge and your opponent has to be at 5 life. That's it. It's really, really gross. As long as your opponent doesn't have a monster in the center and he's at 5 life, you're at 3 gauge, just smack it down on them and you win the game. Unless your opponent has Asterism effect, but then they die next turn, so who cares? If you guys did enjoy this deck profile, please make sure to smack a like on this video. If you guys want to see more strategy-based type videos where I go into the details of this deck and show you guys combos, please let me know. If you guys want to see any other deck profiles, just make a request for anything you want to see, and I'll be sure to upload it sometime soon. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll talk to you guys later. Peace.